Hi everybody, welcome back to another Daily React to Progressive Rock, and today is a Patreon pick. One of my very generous supporters, Sebastian Hanks. Thank you, Sebastian, so much. Brand Daillard nails this song in all ways. One of my favorite aspects of this band is how their skills has evolved. Incredible, such a heavy drummer could ascend the stairway to heaven so gracefully. The fact they covered this song in honor of their fallen friend makes it mean even more. Okay, Sebastian, so of course I know Stairway to Heaven. When you asked me if I'd heard this before, I was quite astounded, to be honest, that anyone would even attempt to cover Stairway to Heaven. I grew up with Stairway to Heaven in school dances. It was always the final dance, and it was always you had to be, man up as a boy and go and ask the girl you've been afraid to ask to dance and have this last dance to Stairway to Heaven. So that was the big thing when I grew up in the 70s and 80s. And anyway, so let's dive into the song. I'm totally open to hear what Mastodon's interpretation of this classic piece of music is. So let's check it out. By the way, I've got a cat here, so I don't have my usual little spot for my computer. If he wakes up or she wakes up, I'll try to show her to you. We'll see. Okay, nothing different yet. Very familiar chords. Keyboard.
There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause sometimes words have two meanings.
I think I like this version a lot.
In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiving. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand looking. Me wonder, really makes me wonder. And it's whispered that soon, if we all call the truth, then the piper will lead us to reason. And a new day to heaven.
Yes. You know what was cool about is that I have not listened to that song through in at least 2 decades probably, because I grew up, it was omnipresent. Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven is everywhere. I went to a record store. I went to music stores. Everyone's always playing do 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 do. You know, it's just omnipresent. And that was before they had posters in music stores that say no playing Stairway to Heaven allowed, because it just probably drove the staff completely crazy. But it's fun to hear this right through, because I haven't listened to it through in so long, and it's sort of like having fresh ears, because it's actually through the ears of Mastodon. It's through their ears, and obviously they didn't set out to turn it into something completely different. They didn't. They basically did a kind of a no frills, just straight ahead cover version without really without what. Well, I guess if you're a Mastodon fan and you'd never heard that song before, you're going to say, "Hey, this is a really good song." So, but of course, I know the Zeppelin song so well. So, I'm not going to do a part 2, and I'm not going to do a compositional analysis, because that is redundant. No one needs to know anything more about the structure of the song. It's one of the great songs of the 20th century, and one of Led Zeppelin's great pieces of music. So the cat here is sleeping away. There she is. Her name is Mylona, and my wife found that name. It means divine princess, and she certainly is a princess. A very fine little cat. So, anyways, thanks Sebastian for supporting my channel, and I really enjoyed that song. Thanks for letting me to experience that once more, as if I was a kid. It really did make me feel like a kid again. So I can imagine that the drummer would have played this song with a lot of special feeling putting into the drums, because of the song being, I don't know if it was to do with, I know one of the guys in Mastodon had a sister pass away, or maybe this was another friend that passed away. You mentioned that. So anyways, there's a lot of feel, you can tell, and a lot of respect in the recording of that tune, and it was fun to listen to. Well, that's it, spiraling out, and we'll talk to you all later. Make sure you subscribe.